Hello there, folks. Cranky Old Cuber here. Today I've got reviews of the 3x3 and 4x4 mix-up cubes from WitEden. So first we'll talk about the 3x3 mix-up cube. This is actually called the WitEden Oskar 3x3 mix-up cube if you're searching for it. It comes in black and white plastic with normal, these colors, or pink stickers. These are the pink stickers. The price varies. It's about $35 on Speed Cube Shop or the Cubicle, but you can also find it as low as $22 from third-party sellers on Amazon, as long as you're not particular about which one you get. I've seen reports of people ordering the black version with the regular stickers and getting one of these. So, you know, your mileage may vary. So this is essentially a 3x3 cube with a twist, no pun intended. So it works just like a 3x3. Do a little checkerboard here. However, it has an additional bit of mechanism that allows you to swap corners and centers. Okay. And so you can do this kind of business. And now we've swapped a corner in for an edge, or not a corner, a center for an edge. So the thing is, this is definitely not a speed cube, okay? I have to very carefully align things when I'm turning this, and if I don't, I get a lockup. So we get a lockup here, right? Which is not what you want. When you get the edges swapped with the corners, it's actually about the same kind of turning, and I'll show you why later. So this cube doesn't get pops that I've noticed. I've used it quite a bit, but what I do get is lockups. So you'll get this a lot. And even if it doesn't look like it's misaligned, you'll get catches and stuff. So you don't want that. What can happen with me is when I get a lockup like that, it frustrates me because I'll be in the middle of some algorithm, right, that I know with my hands, but I don't know with my head so much. And so then you have to stop and fix the lockup and get it lined up. And by that time, I've forgotten where I was in the thing. And so then I blow up the solve and I have to start over from whatever step I was on. That's fine. So I don't like these colors particularly, but when I ordered it, this was what they had. This was what I could find. So I went ahead and got it because I wanted to play with the 3x3. And so, you know, if you don't like these stickers, I would not get these. However, if you do end up like with a cube with these stickers, it's all good because the Cubicle and Speed Cube Shop both have replacement stickers for this guy. Also, I looked at Oliver's stickers and they have them available there too. Okay, on to the 4x4. So this is the WitEden 4x4 mix-up cube. It also comes in black and white, but I've only seen it with normal sticker shades. I have not seen it with the pink shades. So that's actually kind of cool. It's about $36 on Speed Cube Shop and the Cubicle, and I've seen it also for $20 to $40 from third-party Amazon sellers. I only found replacement stickers for it at Oliver's Stickers, though. This is a similar modification as the 3x3 mix-up, only it presents as a 4x4 cube. So again, you can swap edges and centers the same way you can on the 3x3. However, you can also, because you can turn it this way, you can also swap center slices and dedges and get something like this going on. And that gets really fun when you do that. What happens as you swap these things, as you get them like this, you get it to a point where now you can't turn it because it's blocked by this thing here, okay? And so as you scramble it up more, then you end up with those things. So this, I don't know, it's a pretty cool cube. This guy is very prone to pops if you're not super careful. I get pops when I start turning too fast, usually during the 3x3 stage, and if I don't align carefully. The only type of pop I've gotten is with a centerpiece and an internal piece will usually come flying out together, which is particularly fun when I'm on the bus. Like the 3x3, I have to be careful like this because I frequently get lost during PLL algorithms, so I've almost stopped actually doing CFOP on these two and usually just do beginner's method on last layer. Or interestingly, I'll end up using cuboid algorithms to move things around because sometimes those work more easily. Usually they involve R turns and U turns. That's another thing. It's harder to get lost for me between those, right? Let me show you something interesting about these two cubes. You'll notice they are the same size. And you'll notice if you look very carefully, the corners are exactly the same size. Well, there's a reason for this. It turns out they're the same mechanism. So let's pull out one of these edge caps and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we've got this, and you can see in here that there's two pieces here. Plus it's a little harder to see on this guy, but there are 4 for each of these centers, or for each of these spots. There's 4 internal pieces, and that's what, and you can see me turning that right there, right? That is what lets it let you swap centers and corners or edges. Okay. Well, interestingly, on this guy, it's the same sort of thing. So let me pull 2 of these. Okay. And if you look in here, get this guy here, you'll see the same mechanism here. Let me see if I can get up close. So you see that? Same exact mechanism. And that mechanism is what lets this happen, right? Yeah, see that? Yeah, right there. So that lets that move. And it has the same little internal pieces in there. Probably hard to see, but yeah, the same little internal pieces in there. I suspect that the reason this 3x3 doesn't get pops is because the pops on the 4x4 always happen with these center cubies, and those are all bandaged here. So it might be possible to get internal pops, although I don't know. I have never had one. I've never had to worry about it with this guy. All I get is catches. So the reason I bought these puzzles was I got a request for a tutorial for the 4x4 mix-up cube. And while I was getting the 4x4, I figured I should get the 3x3 as well, which turned out to be fortuitous because I ended up needing the 3x3 mix-up knowledge in order to solve the 4x4. And so once I figured out how to solve each of these on my own, I looked online to see if there were any tutorials out there. And there are some for the 3x3, and there's one for the 4x4 that I found, but I'm going to go ahead and make tutorials for each of these because I do them both pretty intuitively. And I figure it might be worthwhile to show how I solve them. Plus I had that request, so might as well do that. Also, I like doing tutorials. They're fun. If you enjoy solving puzzles and you don't have these yet, I recommend them with the caveat that neither one of them is really a speed cube. And the locking during turning can get very frustrating at times. But if you don't mind slow, careful solves, definitely give these a chance. It is also possible that disassembling, lubing, and reassembling them might make them turn better and reduce lockups. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and comments are always welcome. And if you want to be notified when I upload new content, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Cheers.